Hello everybody and welcome to Essentials Plays Dwarf Fortress, where we make beautiful artifacts for the whole world to see. As we can see over here, our artifacts are worth how much? Well, we have 37,000 in total. Can't we see our artifacts itself? Oh, it doesn't seem like it is. Well, 37,000 total. I think that pretty much a quarter of that wealth is based on artifacts. Good, amazing dwarves making beautiful, amazing artifacts. I'm so proud of them. And they are quite busy still with hauling all the wood over here. We should probably queue up some wheelbarrows. We can make them out of copper. Let's say we make another 20 of those. Because I do think that we should make soon like a stone stockpile over here. To, well, get the stone out of all these random places. And that will require a whole lot of wheelbarrows. I'm probably gonna queue up 20 of them. Yeah, and I do think that we might actually need another steel. So let's dig another chamber over here. This size. Make another door over here. And there's gonna be maybe even 2 steels. And the rest is just gonna be drink stockpile. Yeah, the forging the wheelbarrow job is queued up, so that is all good and well. And of course, pretty much all of our dwarves are still busy with hauling all the wood. We're not using that much wood anymore, I think, at the moment, so that should be fine. Although I don't know if the instruments are made out of rock or wood. Actually, I think they're made out of rock. So that will help a little bit. Come on, dig it out. Thank you. Most gracious. And the good thing is there are drinks very conveniently located right at the digging site. So when you're thirsty, you can go get a drink immediately afterwards. We are lucky though that we didn't have to use our military, because if there's ever a moment that we actually need to use our military, there's a really large possibility that we will die. Speaking of which, we need to add some copper bolts to the workflow list, I would say. Let's make 100 to 200 copper bolts. That way we at least have enough copper bolts. Now we need another steel. I think 1 steel would be enough, right? Well, just to be sure. And we're gonna make this food stockpile for everything except seeds. Alright. Of course, this needs to be smoothed out as well, because otherwise it will look, well, different. Our wheat dwarfs, we don't dislike different looking things, but it's just like, it's not our style. So we need some doors over here, which we need to build more of apparently. Dwarves are very peculiar in their taste. Things need to be exactly right. For example, why drink water when you have beer, right? Those kinds of things. And yeah, dwarves like their peculiarity. They want to be special, and that's why we give them huge bedrooms so they can feel extra special when they lay in their bed and think about all the cool things that they've seen, like the awesome glass table with whatever was on it. And we need some cabinets. Planning mode. And we need to start building some chests after this as well. Probably going to be copper chests again. Now we need to remove this one. Because, well, then again, my idea behind it was we should make copper chests because the wood is more rare. But if we make copper chests, we use charcoal, which is made out of wood. And therefore it doesn't matter for us if we make the chest out of copper or wood. Except for the value. They would definitely be more happy with a copper chest because it's more valuable, looks more beautiful and stuff like that. An animal has grown into a stray bull. Do we need to graze that? Let's see. No, everything's already grazing. And we do have quite a large gathering of animals over there, which is nice. So the stills are ready. We need to brew drink from plant. Well, let's also brew drinks from fruit. We don't want to discriminate against the fruits. We are really low on drink sources. So yeah, perhaps this is a good time that we actually made a couple of extra stills. I actually want to check auto labor. Auto labor list. Brewer. Miller, cook. Beekeeping, pottery. I don't see it though. I probably am missing. Ah, here it is. Brewer. Minimum 1. So we're gonna go auto labor. Brewer. And then minimum of 3. So that means there are always 3 dwarfs with that job on. Which I think is definitely a good idea. Another disadvantage of making them out of the bins and such out of copper is heavier than wood. Which means the dwarves will have a harder time actually dragging them around. So yeah, from now on we're gonna go back to good old wooden stuff. Wheelbarrows made out of copper are fine though, I think. Because wheelbarrows in general are about transferring things faster. So I think that should be fine. I hope. And it does look like at least there's at least 1, maybe 2 dwarfs busy all the time brewing drinks. Which is pretty much what I want until we have a large supply of it again. It does say we have 124, but over here it just lists 49. So I'm not sure which one I should trust. I do think that I have bookkeeping on, yeah, all accounts accurate. And who is our bookkeeper? Alf the mayor. So let's see. We have dwarf therapist over here. We can sort on migration wave because he will be in the first one. Attributes, roles, bookkeeper. He has a 100% skill on it. So yeah, he should be absolutely perfect at that job, which is the way I like it. Yeah, legendary record keeper he is. Well, he is legendary because he is our mayor, but his record keeper apparently is also legendary. Let's see, the ranger was interrupted from bringing his kill back by a white zork, soon to location. Well, I think that's maybe why our animals were so scared for a moment. White zorks are really annoying little animals that just run around and try to scare your dwarves and your animals, and they get scared themselves really quickly as well. But it's a good thing that we actually have some hunting going on. I was unaware of that. I will actually queue up some extra copper crossbows. Just have another 10 of them laying around. And that means I want another 10 quivers as well. So we will be spending our leather for that purpose in the near future. Ooh, and they are crafting some masterpieces for the cabinets. Really, really nice. I think that it's hunting what you hear, the fighting. I don't think that's the sparring, but I'm not sure. Now the problem is though, now I think of it, I don't think they can actually smooth these walls. So every building has, every workshop has some inaccessible sites. And if we take a look over here, you can see what they are. The light green ones are accessible, but the dark green one isn't accessible. So for example, over here, this one is inaccessible. That means these two can be smoothed. From here you can reach that one. From here you can reach that one and that one. So only this corner will not be smoothed down. Which is inherently not a problem. But it is not really nice, is it now? That's such a shame. Yeah, you can see him skipping that corner. Yeah, that's kind of a shame. Oh well, we have to deal with it. Of course, could remove the steel for a bit. Maybe when we have enough drinks, when I feel comfortable doing that, I can. But for now, no. Right, since we didn't have any leather, all the jobs were removed immediately. Oh well. Couple wheelbarrows are finished. And I think people are less busy now with hauling the wood all the time. I think it's time for one of the largest endeavors in our fort. Bringing stone here. We don't want any metal ores. I don't think we have any at the moment, but just for saying, we don't want any metal ores. We want 20 wheelbarrows in here as well. And man, dwarves, be busy. It's gonna make our fort look a lot more neater, I think, because you can see some rock laying around all the time here, and it just doesn't look nice. And this way they can actually bring the rocks over here and have a central location where the rocks are stored. No more bothering me. Need unrotten processable plant. Alright. So we can't process plants anymore either. Well, we're doing quite a good job at our processing of plants and such. How are we on our clothing? We still have no excess clothing. That does seem to me that we have had a really big problem with dwarves wearing no clothing at the moment. I'm really happy that there was no big problem with it. Because, well, dwarves do get unhappy if they're not wearing clothing, which I can understand perfectly well. I would be unhappy as well if I had to go naked through this fort doing my hard work. It does seem that we have quite a lot of drinks once again, so I'm gonna remove this steel for just a bit. Just so we can do the smoothing in the corner. It's not that important, but it does make it look nice. And for now we can deal with just 2 steels at the moment. I think I might even make it a stockpile, because it looks like our stockpile is overflowing quite a bit. And we're gonna forbid seeds as always. Keep on going. Ah, beautiful music. And you can see slowly that the stone is being filled in. And it's gonna mean that the dwarves are really busy with that, unfortunately. Another thing that I want to do is I want to make a stockpile specifically for statues. So it's going to be the furniture stockpile. And this furniture stockpile is going to be placed. Let's put it over here. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 25 pieces can be here. And the only thing that can be here is statues. Then we go back to our stockpiles over here. And we're going to go to furniture. And we're going to forbid the statues over here. Which means they will be placed soon in that stockpile over there. Or over here. So we're going to forbid them over here as well. And will lead us to having our statues at least closer to the trading depot. I don't want to put them outside the fort, but this should be safe enough, and we can put them over there. Now I also want to start making some extra gears, or mechanisms as they are called. And I want to keep a supply of 20 to 30 of them around. And we can make some extra defensive traps with those. And I will make like a small row of traps over here. And what kind of traps? No, they're gonna be cage traps. Which means that the person who will trigger the trap will be locked into a cage. And should those terrible creatures that were scaring my animals come back to our fort, they will be trapped in a cage. And we can place them in any room and make a kind of a zoo out of it. I think that's fun. An engineer is visiting. Welcome to our fortress. You can already see it's filling out quite nicely. Fortunately, there probably will be more rocks laying around in the fort in all the levels that we have dug out so far. More than can be stored in that stockpile, but that's absolutely fine. Eventually more rock will be used, for example, for the gears or mechanisms. And then we will bring new stone here whenever it comes available. And that way we keep our fort getting more beautiful all the time. And I think that's nice. So what's this? Ponder foraging behavior, a scholar. A human scholar. He does look really nice. Oh, let's zoom in a bit. Some nice artwork on him. I like it. This is about the zoom level we need.
Wow. Did you see what I did with this? I'm gonna hang on to this.
He became happy with a copper shield. So we have had our dwarves training for quite a while. I think it's time to check up on them. So we're gonna sort them on military status, and we're gonna go to the military. And we're gonna see over here. They got some skills in using their hammers. They got some skills in using their armor and their shields. These guys have some skill in their marksmanship. They got some discipline, they got some dodging. The hammerers got some fighting as well. Yeah, it looks actually pretty nice. And you can see that they are becoming better students, which means they will learn faster. And also better teachers, which means they will teach better. And yeah, they have their armor and stuff like that. Oh, we're missing some metal boots. Oh, really? So the metal gauntlets and the metal boots are by 2. You forge only 1 metal boot apparently. I was unaware. I mean, that is how it looks like to me, at least. Missing metal gauntlets. Everybody is missing metal boots. Well, just to be sure, we will forge some copper high boots. Let's forge 20 of them. And copper gauntlets. Let's forge 20 of them as well. Apparently some things were missing there. Anything else you're missing? A flask and a backpack. Oh right, we should get some flasks as well. It's actually a really good thing. Copper flask. Let's make another 20 of those. And we're gonna queue up some backpacks. Even though we are certainly... Can we make backpacks out of... Backpack. Yeah, the mantine is the other one. Nope. It's gonna be out of leather, and that's gonna be a problem. Because we have no leather. We want to slaughter some animals for that. Not really, I think. Unless we have some extra male animals just hanging around. We have an extra drake, so we can get that one. B for slaughter. A mule apparently doesn't have a gender. That's interesting. A buffalo bull. Yeah, we have more than one of those. Male cat who has a owner, so we can't get him, but we can get this male cat. Male llama. I don't think we have more of those. Stray bull. Horse foal. Male puppy. Sorry, buddy. Oh, you're lucky. You have an owner. We're not gonna make the dad dead yet because we don't really have any others. But we have some leather soon again. I'm gonna run through it really fast though. I'm gonna promote a task. Yeah, and they are doing the hard labor of bringing the statues, and everybody who brought the statue is super thirsty afterwards. And we still have no cloth bags left over either. It's interesting. I wonder where they're all going. I assume it's for the seeds, but I'm not certain.
The new season is spring.
Spring has arrived. Good to know. So spring is not a season in which we can make pigtail seeds, if I'm correct. I think not. Oh well. We should just deal with it, probably. And be happy that we at least have some animals with which we can share. But that's probably gonna be it for this episode. Next episode, hopefully we will see the stockpile being filled. And once people are less busy with that, I think it's time we start replacing our beautiful wool with a better one, a new one, a stone one. But that's all gonna be in the next episode. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.